Welcome everyone to the Wheels Museum on this beautiful December morning. We're absolutely thrilled and honored to have former State Senator Eric Griego with us today. We've been friends for 25 years and we've worked on the Rail Yard Advisory Board, and he's been so instrumental in the redevelopment of Albuquerque and the rail yards, and there's no way I can thank you enough. Except that you went away to Spain for a year, but now you're back.
I'm back. And I need to thank you. People don't know that some people don't know. If you're not in the know, you need to know that Leba, as we affectionately call her, the madrina of the rail yards. This place,
muchas gracias.
This place would not be. It would have probably been leveled. I think
yeah, it would have
been a big parking lot right now if Leba hadn't been so tenacious for what has been more than 25 years.
It's 30 years.
Since she was 7 or 8 years old, was fighting to keep this very, very special place alive. So we are incredibly grateful. Anybody who says like, "What's the deal with Leba?" Like, Leba's the. But for Leba, this place would have been. I think we would have lost a cultural treasure here. So thank you for
it was your leadership.
No, I've been one of many people that you whipped up into action as you do so well. She's good at lighting fires. And but thank you for your dedication to this site, because it's such a special place.
You. And you worked with Governor Richardson, and you were so instrumental in the funding of the purchase by the city, and so we're in this together for life. Don't go moving to Spain or any place anymore. I need you. Tell everyone what's going to happen tomorrow here.
So thank you. So the Wheels is hosting a great event. We wanted to do something fun for kids in the holidays and to promote literacy in the community, not just here in Barelas. I'm a Barelas kid myself, and learned to read mostly around here thanks to a lot of really great educators and community members. And we wanted to do something here in the community to sort of promote literacy and get some books in the hands of kids. So tomorrow, if this airs in time, hopefully, from 2 to 5 here at the Wheels Museum, community publishing, along with a couple of other sponsors are inviting families to come down to the Wheels Museum and, first of all, look at the amazing collection you have here, but also bring a book or buy a book for somebody in the community who needs it. So we're offering books to kids all over the city, South Valley, Barelas, and so new books are preferred. But if you have a book that's really special for you, that's everybody has their favorite book, and bring it in. Even if it's used, we'll take it and we'll make sure it gets to kids. I didn't have a lot of books other than libraries growing up, because it was just not something that people think of always to buy. But it's a great opportunity if you want to give a book to a kid in this neighborhood or anywhere in the city who wants to sort of explore the joy of reading. It could be about wheels, it could be about trains or cars or planes, but it could be about anything. And we really are just so grateful that you're hosting it. We're gonna have live music, a couple of bands playing. I'll be sitting in with one of the bands, and we've learned a few wheels related songs, so we can play some wheels music in Leba's honor and all the great work that they've been doing here. So there'll be some food, there'll be some books, entertainment. So great family friendly opportunity tomorrow, 2 to 5 on Sunday.
We can't thank you enough. We're a nonprofit here. We're all volunteers. Eric is coming as a volunteer to help us. So we're trying to really, really help the community. We work with many of the community schools. We have a daughter who teaches at Dolores Gonzalez, and
one of my alma maters.
Is it? And she teaches bilingual over there.
All right.
In math, yeah. And we work with East San Jose School and many Coronado and many schools and many homeschoolers and private schools. We work with them. And we also have a free library for children here. And we give books to children here. And they can have a free train ride as well. There's no charge to come into the museum. And they can have a free train ride and library books. And we have a train library and a car library. So I agree with you. I grew up with very little and very few books. And I love books so much. And I cannot thank you enough for working together with me and being lifelong friends.
Thank you for all the work here. This place is, if you haven't been here, it's incredible. Every time I come here, there's something new, and there's some new cool thing. You got the new glider hanging in the main sort of hall there.
Yes,
and
yeah.
So if you like planes, of course, if you like trains, lots of trains. There's cars. There's a history of the rail yards, and so. I feel really ashamed that I haven't been back more often. And I remember when
you
I have
were
a
in
15.
Spain.
Yeah, well, I have a 15-year-old. I remember I brought him here when he was a little dude. And
Oh,
he went,
I do too.
He went crazy and he kept asking to come back. And so,
Dude, oh my gosh, I can't.
so-
I've known him since he was a baby.
no, so he's gonna,
Yeah.
he'll be here. And by the way,
Oh,
he's gonna
good.
play a couple songs. He's a
Oh,
little
that's
he's a little
wonderful.
drummer. And
Oh, how adorable.
yeah, so
And we're gonna dance tomorrow.
I
if you
hope
want to
so.
dance,
I
you
hope
come in
so.
and dance.
Yeah, we're trying to raise a little money. First of all, it's for kids, but if there's a little money, we ought to support the good work that Wills is doing. So if you want to support Wills, come and make a contribution. This is one of the reasons why, as Leba, I'm sure, has talked about on this podcast, why the rail yards has been so integral to the city's growth and development, to the neighborhood that I still live in here. I live a few blocks away. I have family members who worked around the industry and have really been part of this community, and it's just wonderful to see all the great stuff happening at the rail yards, not just the market but the Wheels Museum, now the redevelopment that's happening. So but this is a special place, so I hope you'll join us, if not tomorrow, then just come and check it out and spend some time in the museum, and I guarantee you won't regret it, because I always find something new here.
I'm
That's
so
fun.
happy. Thank you so much. Yeah, yesterday we hung a 1,000-pound, 57-foot glider plane, and our building is only 48 feet. So that was quite a feat for our elderly volunteers to figure out how to
And
hang
that was the
plane.
first. That was the first hang glider you had been in, right? How many times have you been on a hang glider?
Never.
Me either, but I want to
No,
do
but
it.
I'd like to see
Was
it.
was it one from up in the folks who used to fly in East Mountains? They would fly them up.
Yes, I used to see, because I live up there. I used
Yeah.
to see them all the time. I was scared to death. They
I always wanted to
collapsed
do
right
it.
in my
Oh
backyard.
I've got to do. I've got to do.
Oh,
it.
don't do that. We need you too much. Don't do that. And tell us all what you're doing now that you're back.
So, as you know, I was working for the city and the mayor's office, trying to help with all sorts of issues. And when I was on a Fulbright fellowship at the University of Barcelona, which is an amazing city, and one of the original inspirations for the rail yard market was actually the Boqueria, which is a really famous market in the heart of the old part of the city, the Gothic Quarter in Barcelona. Obviously, we're not the scale's not the same, but it was that feel of community, bringing people together, food, arts, culture, and really just kind of celebrating community and celebrating special places. So I was really privileged to spend some time learning about all the amazing community-based economic development work that's happening in Barcelona. People working together, taking ownership of their neighborhoods and their communities, and not thinking that anybody out there in the world is going to save us. That we're gonna, if we want to build a really interesting culture-based, arts-based, community-based economy, that it's up to us, right? We have to invest in places like the Wheels Museum and the rail yards and the Main Street here in Varela. So it's really, really crucial that we build this economy and we make Albuquerque a special place, so that so people want to stay and people want to bring their families here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. My son and daughter-in-law just moved here from Columbus, Ohio. They're both doctors.
Oh my goodness.
You met them today, and they love it so much in Albuquerque, because this is home and they feel it like we do. And she gave me a hat that says third generation. Then they're fourth generation now. The baby's fifth generation.
Oh, I
How many generations?
I saw your beautiful granddaughter.
Thank you. Yeah. So how many generations of your family have been here?
Here in Barelas, only
Albuquerque?
in Albuquerque. I'm a descendant of Juan Griego, who was part of the Oñate Party in 1597.
Oh, okay.
So it's only been 500 or 600 years.
You got me beat.
But they're like most folks in New Mexico, like we have a long history, and also lots of cultural influences. I found out that I have some Sephardic Jewish ancestors, some ancestors from many parts of the world, and so that's what makes this community so interesting. Is we're sort of a collection of lots of different cultures that we all bring our history, and we kind of celebrate everybody's history and try to figure out how to make Albuquerque, and in my case, Barelas, a special place.
Yes.
People want to stay. People want to live.
We found out recently that when the railroad came, 27 nationalities came here to work. So that's when I teach children, I always tell them, do you understand what a melting pot is?
Yeah.
And one time, one little girl, I always say, do you like a melting pot? And they always say yes. And one little girl said no. And I said, why don't you like it? She says, because my parents told me just stay with my own kind of people. And I said, don't you have all these friends? And she said, yes, I understand now.
No, it's
There's
we
nothing like it here.
we all learn from other cultures, and it makes it
Yeah.
makes it enriches our lives, which is why
Oh,
I've
yes.
loved to visit some places in New Mexico, beautiful places all over the state, but also all over the world that there's, and I think if you love trains, one of the things we did while we were in Spain in Europe is ride a lot of amazing
Oh,
trains.
I bet.
Wow,
Oh,
it's just
yes.
trains, and
Oh,
so
yes.
I thought, man, I hope we here and the history of this place is when we were really invested in the railroad, and I hope that we remember that connecting each other, connecting cities, connecting our country with rail. I hope we do more of that. I think it's a really important way for us to not just save the environment, but it also brings people together, right? I mean,
Yes, so important. Right now we're putting in 440 feet of track. We'll be through in a few days, and then we can bring 5 private rail cars, which we hope to use for excursions. And the 2016 locomotive has come here a lot in the last year.
Goodness.
And so we're hoping that can be in the machine shop. We're hoping that can be used for excursions, and it brings tremendous amount of economic development and community and friendship and kindness, as you say. It's a perfect gelling.
Well, I think of the little. We always use this metaphor, the little engine that could, right?
Yeah.
Which is a great metaphor for just resilience and not giving up. And Leba's the little engine that
Over
could.
here. Over
She
here.
has been at this for
So sweet.
30 years. I can't
Yeah,
believe that.
so
And
kind.
it's just every day there's something new that. And she has put a stake in the ground here. Like this is where she's making her stand in terms of
That's right.
preserving this place and
Thank
bringing
you.
the
Thank you.
the history of the rail yards and wheels and the importance
So
of
generous.
of us, remembering where we came from, which this is an important part of our community, and
Yeah.
we've got to be really thoughtful about what we do here. So
My
thank you for all your work.
Thank you, darling. My grandparents came in 1920. My grandfather came to be the rabbi here in 1920 and lived on High Street. And when they came on the train in December of 1920, a beautiful day like this, and he put his hands to heaven and he said, Albuquerque is a special paradise on earth, and we must never leave this place. Wow. That's what we're doing.
What a
So
great,
you've been lucky. You've been
what
here
a great
longer.
history. See what I mean?
You've been here hundreds of years longer than I have, but I love you. Tell us what you're doing. What kind of work?
Oh,
you're
yeah, you're
doing
talking
now.
So anyway, so after I came back, I was privileged to work with the mayor and trying to work on some of these projects. And when I came back, I really wanted to get back to teaching. So I went back to school late in life and finished up a doctorate in political science and public policy. And so now I'm teaching political science at UNM and also teaching community development and how do we build resilient communities. So I'm an adjunct professor, not and I'm also I do some contract work, just sort of helping with some community issues. And so I'm really happy to be teaching. I love being in the classroom. I'm gonna try to drag one of my classes down here so that they can see the amazing work that's going on. And also just making sure that students at UNM and the city and from everybody studying there understands how you get things done in terms of public policy and what's important and how you have to really be working with community in a real way to make positive change. That nobody out there, whether it's the president or the governor or some Facebook is gonna save us. Like we have to have a stake in what's happening on the ground. And so music, art, culture, food, that's what we want to sort of raise up with events like tomorrow, but also all of the work that's happening here at the rail yards and at the Wheels Museum. So
we were so honored to have the Anderson School help us with the feasibility study for the Babbitt Shop. And one of the young women who's graduating next week as a master's in business is from Honduras. She came to Albuquerque at age 11 by herself.
Wow.
And she told us that all the students that were involved, this was the first opportunity they had to do a real project to help Wheels and go to the legislature and go to the elected people and everything. And when she got up to speak, she was brilliant and touching, and tears started to come in her eyes because she was so grateful to have a real chance to do real work and help us, and she's helping others in the community, and she's going to continue to help us. So
that's great.
I hope you'll bring your students. I hope that they'll be interested in doing real work with us. Bring the band, bring anybody you know. We're open to the community. We're a nonprofit. We're volunteers. We are here to serve. So please.
So a couple other plugs
Tell us.
is The Rail Yards holiday market is next weekend.
Yes,
right?
yes, the
next
15th.
Saturday
We'll be there.
and Saturday and
Yes,
Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, yes, we'll be there.
And not many people know this, but the Rail Yards Market was a 100% community-led effort that
Yeah.
started right. I think it might have been in this room, right? This
It
was a
started in this building, yeah,
This was
yeah, yeah.
well, there's a
That's
conference room somewhere in
Yeah,
this space,
yeah, right.
and all these folks who just thought it was a great idea from the
Yes.
community. Like
Yes.
there was no money.
I know,
And
I know.
in the spirit of winging a prayer, like the Leba sort of did this whole effort, we just got together and as a community made it happen.
Yeah.
Leba was there from the outset, and so now we have this wonderful market. And if you haven't done your Christmas shopping or your holiday shopping, come out next weekend. You can get some great gifts from local
Yes,
artists,
yes.
local vendors, and supporting the community so that we have positive. There'll be a lot of young people, lots of generations there. So we go every year because we missed the last year because we were gone.
Sure.
If you want to get some really original, cool gifts,
Oh,
both
yeah.
for people here, but also if you have gifts for people outside, you don't have to go on Amazon.
That's right.
I'm right here, and
That's
you
right.
can get some really good ornaments and ristras
yeah.
and amazing food. There'll be
Wheels
music
t-shirts,
and Will's t-shirts.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, Audrey, they have beautiful things. Beautiful, wonderful things.
So this is a special
I should
place. This
mention
where
that.
we're sitting, and this is where the Rail Yards Market really
Yeah.
was birthed
Yeah, it's
right
real
here. It feels a
successful
little bit
now.
like a maternity ward here because like this, lots of great things are born right in this space. So,
Oh,
and
You're so gracious.
Madrina Leba, who's
So
the
sweet.
godmother of the Rail Yards. So
well,
that'll be her title on and she'll be around for a long time. But when it's her time, we're gonna have to put in a plug that we put that on her gravestone. If
Oh,
she,
God.
if
Well,
she-
had it not been for you, we couldn't have done anything.
Oh,
You've
I
been so
was-
instrumental in the Rail Yard Market and the Rail Yard Advisory Board and with the mayor and the governor and everybody. And
It's
I
been my
just love you
pleasure,
so
and I'm taking
much.
inspiration from you. So
Vice versa. So happy.
so come tomorrow.
Tomorrow's gonna be super fun.
Bring a book, or bring some money, or bring both. Have some refreshments. Great music. If you like dancing, you can dance it, and then tour the museum if you
Yeah,
haven't been here in a while.
absolutely.
And I look forward to having a good event tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Hi again. So thrilled that we had Senator Eric Griego with us today and talking about the event tomorrow. We hope you'll come from 2 to 5 for that wonderful event. And then on December 15th is the Holiday Rail Yard Market, which he mentioned. We get up to 20,000 people to the Holiday Rail Yard Market, and Wheels will have a booth over there on the 15th and also be open here on that Sunday, next Sunday. So I hope you'll come. As he says, it's a wonderful opportunity to buy beautiful, beautiful homemade gifts and Wheels merchandise and trains and cars and t-shirts and all kinds of fun things that Wheels Museum sells, artwork, and support the local community. So I hope you'll come and you'll have a wonderful time there. On the 21st from 9 to 2, we are having our holiday event here at Wheels. And it's also an opportunity when the neighborhood is going to be going around the neighborhood for the Matachinas and other historic events and important cultural events on that day. And we'll be open, and we're going to have Elf, and we're going to have Santa Claus, we're going to have children's arts and crafts and refreshments, and there's no charge for it. So please come and see us on that day as well. And then January 11th, we have Brad Clements. He's coming with the Cabaret Ensemble at noon, and that's going to be a really, really fun piano event with beautiful costumes and a lot of fun. So we hope you'll come to that. On January 18th at 11, Jose Ponce is coming, and he's really an incredible man. He's written many books. He's a musician. He helps other musicians. He helps authors. He publishes. He's going to give us a very, very interesting talk at 11 o'clock on January 18th. There's no charge for that. So we hope you will come to that. And then, as we're going on to the year a little bit more, we have on March 18th at 10 o'clock, we have a very interesting presentation, a book about the Belen Cutoff. So if you're interested in rail in New Mexico, no charge for it. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be a fascinating, fascinating talk. On April 5th, we have at 10 a.m. Doug Figgs is going to play music. And that always brings a crowd. It's wonderful. He brings his dachshund named Badger, and it's a lot of fun. That's $10 a piece. And other things are coming up as well. Stay with us. Stay tuned. Watch our YouTube videos. Watch our website, wheelsmuseum.org, and come to see us 9 to 12, Monday through Thursday mornings, and Saturdays 9 to 2, and Sunday 15th and the 21st will be open in December. So thank you all so very, very much for your support, and let's keep it going for the progress and the history and the culture of New Mexico.